Just got back from school. It has been a very long day, as you can clearly tell. Let's talk about my day. So, last night was the night we had a day off from school because of voting and stuff in Virginia. I wonder if it would work if I. It would work, but it hurts my foot. Foot? See, I'm all messed up. I'm just out of sorts, y'all. Anyway, so it was our day off, and yesterday I really just chilled, honestly. Like, I did a couple of things. I put on some lashes, which I took off because when I got to school, I poked myself in the eye, and three of the lashes came off, and only on one side. But I still had some lashes on, and I didn't have any lash glue to put them back on, so I had to take my lashes off in the middle of the school day. So I went to school looking like a naked mole rat. Um, but that happened. So then we have class, our first core class, homeroom and stuff. But how do I put this? They could not shut up for the life of them. I swear, I don't think they've ever heard the word shut up. The way they talk so much today. They didn't know. I don't understand. I don't understand how you. Oh, also, I went to school with nails on, as you can see. Probably not. You probably can't understand or see. But I'll get to that in a second. So, I am trying to tune people out and stuff because I get very overstimulated very easily from noise and stuff. So, I'm trying not to go crash out on them people who are really overdoing it. I'm trying my hardest not to. But, all well as that and well. So I had a field trip today, and we go to our next class, which is the class we're going to be going on the field trip at. And the teacher, and we come in, and I find out we have groups, right? Because there's so many of us. Mind you, there's 50 kids going on this field trip. So it's a lot of kids going on the field trip. So I'm just sitting there, and I'm just I really hope I get the group with at least one of my friends so I can talk to somebody, you know? Because, mind you, it's like a 6-hour field trip. It's the whole school day. So it's just talking to nobody for that long. Well, it's that impossible. And I did want to switch my thing, not because of the teacher that I had, but just because when I found out what group I had, I was so annoyed because I literally had nobody in that group that I really talked to. But I digress. Then I asked the teacher, I asked one of my teachers that had all of my friends. And when I say all my friends were in that group, I was so mad. I was so mad. Because how did all my friends get put inside of that group? It was really annoying. But then I asked, how come you didn't put me in your group? And she was like, no, I did want to put you in my group. But when I was about to go, because the teachers got to pick what kids they had, and she was like, when I went to go pick my kids, I realized that I seen that you had already been chosen. I was so mad. Because I was just of course I'd be picked first for something. And not in the good way. But then after I just made peace with the fact that my group, I just, probably won't have as much fun as I would with my friends. I get put in my group and we leave the school. So right now we're about to leave the school and we're walking downstairs to the cafeteria. The teacher who is hosting the field trip, it's a really big field trip, but it's a science field trip essentially. And the teacher who's hosting the field trip, Mr. Fulton, he bought everybody Chick-fil-A. It was, and mind you, there's like 50 kids and like 6 adults on this trip. So that's very expensive. So that kind of cheers me up, the fact that he got us food and stuff. But then the worst thing that could have happened. Well, not the worst thing in the world, but like you understand. My table, because you had to sit with your group and not like the people who you want to sit with, you had to sit with your group. So nobody got separated or whatever. The group that I was sitting at, the table that I was sitting at, was right beside the table where all my friends were sitting. I was so fed up at that point. I was just upset because I was just like, at this point, we had our breakfast. I ran to the bathroom. I came out, and then we started walking towards the buses. This, I guess, today was a field trip for a lot of people because the high schoolers had a field trip too. We get to the museum, and um there's like at least 200 elementary students already at the museum that we're about to go and have our field trip at. So I'm just sitting here like, that's a lot of kids. Like, granted, we probably won't be seeing them a lot, but I was just like, because there were so many buses, and if you left your group, you were gonna get lost. That was just like that's like literally, that was a given. Like, if you walked away from your group at any way, you were gonna get lost because there were just so many kids. Like, there was like 56 of my school there. They had like 200 elementary students at I don't know. I guess it must have been like a all schools district. I don't know what it was, but there were so many kids there. And basically, I'm not even getting to the thing, and I'm almost done with my whole entire routine. But then we get inside. We're going good, for a while. We're doing good. We're walking around, answering questions. Like, mind you, I was not told this that you had to do work on this field trip, but whatever. We walking around. This boy in my class, in my group, loses his phone. Mind you, we're like at an aquarium slash zoo museum. It's ginormous. How do you moment of silence? Cause that was wild. He lost his phone in a museum slash zoo and aquarium. That already had me ticked off. Cause how do you lose your phone? It, especially in that type of area, an area that is going to be so hard to find your phone. So then we have to circle back to where we had already gone to go find his phone. We go to the lost and found, and thank the Lord the lost and found had found his phone, because, and it was quick too. Like, how did y'all find his phone so quick? But anyway, they found his phone, and like they had already had the phone like theirs. So I was like, how long ago did you lose your phone, bro? Because if I lost my phone that long ago, I probably would have noticed by now. Like, it had to have taken them a while to have found your phone, and you were just now noticing that. So how do you just now notice that your phone is missing? I feel like, especially when you're chronically on your phone. I just dropped my lash. Anyway. But yeah, that was the whole thing. And we were all joking that he dropped it inside the otter pond trying to lean over the railing. Because he kept leaning over the railing and trying to basically, essentially, like, just be halfway over the railing. Like, I don't know how else to put it. That's what he was doing. He was trying to legit be like on the railing. I don't understand. Sorry, y'all. I'm gonna readjust you. But then, I this setup is crazy. But then we realized we have 10 minutes left before we have to go. We have to go to the classroom that's on the like air on the campus, whatever it is, like on the grounds of the museum we were at. So we start making our way back. Mind you, his little phone debacle takes us, and since we had to circle back, we got through less than what we were supposed to. We didn't even get through half the park, and he lost his phone. So then, fine, whatever, we get over the phone, and but then we realize we have 10 minutes left to get to the classroom that's on site for the next activity that they have planned for the day. And here I am. I'm just so upset because I'm just sitting here like we barely even got through the whole exhibits, through the exhibits and stuff before he lost his phone. And then that him losing his phone had us walk all the way back to the front. We were at like the back of the museum. Not even the museum, like it was an outdoor space too in the museum. So like we were at the back of the outdoor space. Mind you, this museum is gigantic. So it takes us 10 minutes to walk, just to walk to the front to go find his thing. Then we realize we have 10 minutes to get, so we walk back after that, right? So back to where we were, like we're walking back and my teacher's like, oh crap, we only have 10 minutes to get to the classroom. So we immediately turn back around and go back to the thing. I'm just like upset because I'm just like, bruh. But I don't even show that I'm upset because I'm just like, at this point, it don't matter. We get in there and we have to do more work. And I was so annoyed. They have us do more work. Like granted some of it was fun, but like a lot of it was work. Like a lot of it was a lot of work. So and I'm also like the people who were giving us work weren't even the teachers that brought us here. It was like some rando lady who worked there. Like it was just weird. And we get down and sorry y'all, I'm trying to put these lashes on. Please just stick. Please just stick. It doesn't want to stick, y'all. But yeah, then we go, we do that, and then we're in there for like an hour doing these little like things. We're in there for like an hour. Mind you, we've already been at this museum for like 4 hours at this point. So you can imagine that my feet were hurting because we've been walking up hills, walking down hills for like 4 hours at this point. So you can just imagine that yourself, how tired I was. Like I was so over it. Okay, this side is done. I think. Actually, no, it's not. I'm gonna put some more on because I want it to look a little more full. But yeah, then it's like then we go back out, and at this point we done found a whole nother class and we're going the same way. So at this point we really just joined groups for the rest of it, for the rest of the day, because we were going the same way. And honestly, I don't think we needed as many groups as we had because I feel like the groups were like really small, and I was just like, first we didn't need that many teachers because sorry, hold up y'all, I'm trying to put this lash on. Okay. But first we did not need as many teachers as we took. Like they were overkilling it with the teachers. Like we did not need as many teachers as we took. But, never hurts to have too many. But then we start heading back to the front again for like our third time. We head back to the front, but this time we would not be going back out because it was time to go. Because we had to get back within an hour before school closed. Because mind you, we hadn't had lunch, and the field trip we had been on this field trip for like at least 5 hours at this point. So we had to get back to the school, and we had to get some food in our system. Cause we hadn't had lunch either. Like we hadn't had a snack, we hadn't had a lunch, so we had to have a lunch. And then once again, I don't know how the teacher got this much money to be doing all of this, but the teacher who is hosting, who was hosting the field trip, got the everybody pizza, like New York style pizza. Crazy. Um, and there was enough for the teachers to have two, and for the kids to have two slices of pizza, and some kids had three slices. So that was just wild. Okay. Yes, 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 yes. Took me long enough. But anyway, we get back and they're just overly loud. Like at this point, I'm already overstimulated because there's so many kids. Like we're trying to leave the museum, and there's so many kids. Like y'all remember how many elementary kids were out there? Like I told y'all how many elementary kids were out there. Like we got out there and there were so many kids. I mean, they were screaming, they were yelling, and we had to wait on our bus because our bus hadn't been there yet. Like we had to wait on the bus. Obviously, you can't leave the place without a bus. Like so, we had to wait on the bus, and that was just very annoying. And one of my teachers walked up to me and was like, "It looks like the queen is tired." No, it looks like the queen is overstimulated. Like, what do you mean? Because we had been there too long. I think that field trip was just taking too long. Like, I love when you go on a field trip and don't gotta do any work, but if you're gonna do that type of field trip, it has to be like a fun field trip. Like the field trip was in itself wasn't fun. Like the people who went, we made it fun, but like the field trip in itself was not fun. Like as itself, we had to make our fun, which should not be a thing on field trips. Oh my god, I swear this always happens every time I do my lashes. It's always this side. I should always start with this side because it's always the side that doesn't want to work. Like always this side. I'll be back when I'm done with them. Anyway, my lashes are done and I'm definitely done. But all I have to say is don't make people overstimulated by doing the absolute most whenever you absolutely can. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you. Bye.